So this is a subject that I haven't really spoken about in quite a long time, partly because I kind of want to forget that it ever really happened. And most of the time, looking back, I still can't really believe that it actually did happen. But I kind of feel like it's important for me to spread some awareness of the subject. You know, if I reach just one person, I've kind of made a difference. If I reach 100, then that's absolutely amazing. So some of you, especially friends and family, will know this about me already, but a lot of you won't. So let's dive right in. When I was 23, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. I had an operation to get rid of the tumor, and then I had to have 3 months of chemotherapy to get rid of any of the cancerous cells that potentially could be floating around in my body. The chemo itself was tough. Not so much physically on my body like a lot of people find, but more so on my mental health. So a 23-year-old lad going about his usual life, partying, personal training, more partying, lol. Pretty bright future ahead, just enjoying life really. Then all of a sudden, all of that just ground to a halt for a year. I couldn't work, I lost all my hair, I got depressed, and I didn't even know if I was gonna make it through. So yeah, a year of pretty much sitting on the sofa, Netflix and chilling, and not even the fun kind of Netflix and chilling either. Yeah, it was pretty low. So during this time, I decided to, one, write a blog, mainly for my own sanity, but the blog actually ended up reaching people from all around the world who either had the same cancer or had a relative who had it. That itself gave me a sense of, okay, I'm not alone in this. Also, I felt by giving first-hand advice to people that were about to start their treatment, gave me a little bit more purpose rather than sitting on the sofa feeling like a useless turd. The second thing I did was create a vision board, #TheSecret. So a vision board is essentially a board filled with pictures of things that you want to achieve or manifest in your life. I had things on there like write a book, I wanted this particular car, travel Australia, do a skydive, and I wanted to buy a property. And of course, I also wanted my fitness back. The chemo just wrecked my body, along with a pretty shocking diet and 2 operations. So the blog and the vision board helped me focus on getting through this nightmare a little bit better. I visualized having these things and achieving these goals, becoming healthier and happier, and pretty much just kicking the shit out of this cancer. After the chemotherapy, I was re-scanned to see if the cells had gone. Turns out it had spread to my lymph nodes. Now we all have lymph nodes all around our body, and these ones in particular were right in front of my spine, which meant they would have to cut me open all the way down the middle of my front. Now, one of my goals after getting better was to get my abs back. Well, this operation threw a little bit of a spanner in the works, didn't it? Having a massive scar down my middle wasn't gonna look good with or without abs. Anyway, didn't matter, I didn't have a choice. And believe it or not, I still get people making comments like, oh mate, that scar is well bad. And I'm like, oh sorry mate, is it offending you? Well, it was either the scar or die. What would you have chosen? Yeah, thought so. So shut the fuck up. Anyway, I digress. So had the chemo, had the surgery, and finally a year after, I got the all clear. I got myself back in the gym and I started working on those goals and achievements that I'd set during this whole ordeal. Right, let's lighten the mood a little bit and talk about positivity before I go. Just quickly though, because I've got a fillet steak ready to fry up, medium. So the thing that got me through this awful time, aside from my amazing friends and family who supported me the whole way through this ordeal, was trying to stay as positive as I possibly could. Now, sometimes that felt impossible, especially when the doctors just kept throwing me bad news after bad news. But having those goals and setting myself those achievements that I was going to smash as soon as I could really and truly helped get me through it mentally. Some of these goals on the vision board seemed way out of reach. That didn't matter. It gave me hope. Now, do you want to hear something sexy? This is the power of that positive thinking. The day I got the all clear was the day that I got the keys to my very first property. 6 months later, I traveled Australia, which was something I would never have done before on my own. I've done 3 skydives. And about 2 years after I got the all clear, I released my first ebook, #4weekfitness. So about 3 years on, I was at mum and dad's one day and I was looking for something in the garage and I stumbled across my vision board. I couldn't believe they still had it. But I also couldn't believe out of the 12 things that I put on there that I had done or attained every single one of those things. And that was without giving it much thought at all. Vision board? Completed it, mate. So, in summary, my life is so much more lived after this experience. I do things now that I would never have dreamed of doing before due to a lack of self confidence, I guess, or worrying about the cost. But don't let an experience like that be the reason you smash life. Smash life because we don't know what tomorrow holds. Set yourself a goal today.